Hi everybody, welcome back to the Back Porch Farmer. Happy 4th of July to you and happy birthday America. Already celebrating in my neighborhood here. Anyway, if you saw my last video from a couple of days ago, you might have noticed in the background over here on the patio these big yellow and black totes. Well, had a couple of people ask me about those, say, hey, what's going on, what do you got growing in there? So I want to come today and just talk to you a little bit, explain what that is. It's probably the easiest food growing system that I know of. I mean, literally it doesn't take much to do it. So basically what we start out with, and this is a smaller one, 12 gallon. I'm using the smaller one to demonstrate because it's easier to hold up, okay? So anyway, you just need a container. It doesn't have to be like this. You can use any fairly heavy duty container. You should have a black one. Cuts down on your possible algae problems from the sun, from sitting out here in the sun. And then what you're going to do is, and I've done this both ways too, because I grew some cucumbers in a bucket last summer. Hydroponically is what we're talking about, just fertilizer and water. And I just had some cheap buckets from Lowe's, and I took my handy dandy utility knife and just simply cut a hole in the top, you know, for the net cups, the net cups to sit in. This is what your seedling will go in. But I got a little fancier this year, and so I've upped the game to using an arbor saw or saw blade, which just attaches. I'm using a corded drill here. I tried my cordless drill, doesn't seem to have enough juice. So this is strictly just for cutting holes, okay? And it takes a little bit to get it going. I have to set it down like this. Stand by. Doesn't take much to get through it, just takes a little bit to get it going. Okay. Brace it. Okay, that's not actually as hard as it looks. It was easier with the bigger ones. Makes a nice round hole. Like I said, you can use just a cutting tool and rough one in. This is a small one, so I'm going to put one in the other end too. And what we're talking about here is it just simply fits in there thusly. It's I use a 3-inch net cup. A lot of what I do is just strictly trial and error. Now these net cups are 3-inch and they taper down to less than that. Now I was unsure starting out which size of a blade I needed, because I thought, okay, if I cut a 3-inch hole for a 3-inch cup, is it just going to fall all the way through? So I tried a 2-inch and a 2.5. Well, I ended up having to whittle on it, you know, with a utility knife to make it fit. Well, come to find out, closer examination, these cups have a slight lip, 1/8 of an inch or less. Anyway, it's enough to grab on, and it works perfectly. So then what you're going to do next is you simply fill it with water almost to the top. The trick is you want the water to just barely come in the bottom of this cup, because too much water and you'll literally drown your roots. You'll kill your plant. So you want just enough to go in it so it can create a root system that will take in air, oxygen, and water. And you'll see if you're doing it right and you pull this up, it'll have a big beard here after a couple of weeks. Water and fertilizer. The Master Blend 41838, if you know your NPK number. You're going to put a teaspoon of this in, a teaspoon calcium nitrate, which is 15.500. This, I got both these from Amazon.com, like I do most everything else, except the totes. I got them from Lowe's. So you're going to put these two, a teaspoon of each one of these, and then about a half teaspoon of Epsom salt. Okay, I keep saying teaspoon, tablespoon. A tablespoon of this, a tablespoon of that, half tablespoon of Epsom salt. Okay. Math and science weren't my big topics when I was in school. So a tablespoon of Master Blend, tablespoon of calcium nitrate, half tablespoon of Epsom salt. To figure out your ratio for the size of the tote you have, if you just Google Master Blend and it has a calculator on there, you just put in 12-gallon container. I've also got over here, I have a couple of sizes. Take you over here quickly. These here are 27 gallons. I got greens and so forth growing in here. The ones with the peppers, this is actually 17 gallon. And why do I have different sizes? Yes, well, because those are the ones that were on sale at the time at Lowe's. There's no particular size you need. As you can see, though, also, I've got 10 slots in this one, 9 there, 5 there. Again, they were cut basically to accommodate the number of net cups I had on hand at the time. So, no uniformity. You do what works best for you. So you put your fertilizer in. And I probably put 2 or 3 or 4 inches of water in, drop the fertilizer in, use your hose to agitate it and mix it up. And then just simply, you get your little seedlings. I've never tried to do this from seed. I always put in a baby plant. I've got mesclun greens. I've got bok choy, Swiss chard, several varieties of peppers growing in it. If you notice the peppers, those have been in there now for about 10 days, and they were about yay big when I put them in there. So they're doing well. And it's pretty easy. No dirt. It's simply water and fertilizer. And like I got these fertilizers, I got these last year, okay, and I've used them, and a tablespoon at a time, you're not going to use it up very fast. I can't, reasonably priced. I can't tell you from memory exactly what this costs, but it's not an arm and a leg. And if I get tired of making potting soil to put all in all these containers, so this is a nice change. And like I said, it may be the easiest way that I know of or I've seen to grow food. And it does a heck of a job, and it does it pretty quick too. And so I just want to come and share that with you on this 4th of July. And it's a hot one here too in Mr. Lincoln's hometown. We've been teetering mid to high 90s all day. I was supposed to have my little partner Muggsy out here, my 3-year-old son with Down syndrome. He's my partner. He was going to do a video with me, but he had, earlier before lunch, we had swimming time. And so he tore it up out here for about an hour and a half, 2 hours. Tommy went in where it was cool, got dried off, got something to eat. Well, you know where he's at. Yeah, he's still asleep upstairs there. So I may do another one later on, and let him join in, because he's got his own cowboy hat, and he likes to do these videos with Dad. So again, happy 4th of July to you. Hope you're all doing well. Stay safe, be blessed, and grow some grub. It's a great year to be doing it, and I hope, if you're gardening already, I hope your gardens are doing well. If you like this video, hit the notification bell, the like button, and if you're not a subscriber, I'd appreciate it. Subscribe. I'm getting better at them as I go. Anyway, I appreciate you watching. Thanks a lot. God bless. See you on the next one. Take 2. or part 2. Well, folks, there are many Will Robinson, many dangers and hazards, especially for old guys like me, trying to do videos for YouTube without a script and without my editor-in-chief, who's currently in the kitchen chopping up veggies and stuff for a cookout. And so, when I was reviewing part 1 here, I suddenly realized, okay, dummy, once again, wrong information. When you go and Google Master Blend and find the calculator, and you plug in the size of the container you're using, whether it be a 12-gallon or like I have 27 and 17 also, it will give you the correct calculation for the size of your containers, not just 1 tablespoon of this, 1 tablespoon of that. I apologize, my bad. You gotta forgive me, I'm an old man, okay? Trying to do the best I can here. But anyway, the calculator, I mean, it's a great tool. It will tell you exactly how much of each item to add to whatever size container you're using. So please, disregard what I said about 1 tablespoon and 1 teaspoon in the previous part, okay? And we'll be good. And once again, happy 4th of July. Have a great day. I'll see you on the next one. Thank you. right, the one thing I did forget to mention at the end, when you get your seedlings into your clay pots or into your net pots, net cups, clay pebbles are a substance that I use, that's what most hydroponic farmers use, I believe. And you sprinkle these in the cup, and they are simply to hold the plant up, give it support till the root system takes off and starts to grow. Now, so I've got over here is a sunflower seed, or sunflower plant rather. This is a little tomato, and I have no idea how successful that'll be. I've watched a couple of other guys on the YouTube channels, and I've not found anybody that's actually tried to grow a tomato hydroponically in a tub like this. So another experiment for the back porch farmer. We'll see how it comes out. So we'll see. Just one more thing, one more tidbit of information. One more, I promise, just one. And this is one I actually had myself when I did this last year, growing cucumbers in a bucket hydroponically. What happens in the hot summer weather when the water begins to go down and it evaporates? It's a war zone here. Or if it rains, if you have your buckets, your tubs outside like I do, and it rains and more water gets in, and the level rises to above where you need it. Then you need to take the top off and just simply dip out some of the water to get it down, back down to the level where it needs to be. As the water goes down, you know, in a month or so, 6 weeks, it may be such a thing you may need to add a little more fertilizer to it. Just keep an eye on your water level though too. Make sure that it's, you know, touching the bottom or coming through the bottom of those cups. And if, like I said, if it gets down too far and gets away from the roots, you'll be able to tell your plants will dry out and die. So just, you got to keep an eye on a little bit of maintenance. And that is the final thing. I'm telling you, can you tell it's the 4th of July? Have a great evening, folks. See ya.